Give me a second. All right. So the first thing I want to touch up on, I might not get views. It's okay. I'm not worried about that part. I might have to change the title, and I'll do that in a second also. But I just want to show you guys, obviously, what they call a boating education certificate. Yeah. So pretty much, it is a certificate that people, operators, um, have to pretty much take in order to operate boats and those, water vehicles, to understand navigation, to understand safety, gear, and laws. Okay, it places full legal responsibility on the operator for the passengers, implying strict rules for passengers like life jackets, seating limits, behavior, and supervision of minors. Behavior, biggest one. So we're gonna go ahead and do that. Let's so let me just update the video real quick. I don't know if anybody else is making content on this, obviously, right now, but everybody should. Everybody should. So it's okay. I mean, if you're making content about it, kudos to you. Um, just try to keep it simple. When I say that, the reason I say that is because I understand you guys want to, like, how can I say, um, point out certain or specific things. A picture has over 1,000 words, but you can't play out what the picture shows you. You know what I'm saying? So I don't know. It's like if I were to explain it a little bit better, it's like you can take a picture, but it doesn't show you the entire surrounding. So I feel like, oh, let me put the link over here. Give me a second. I feel like anybody that mentions that there's a fourth boat, it's like, bro, there was over 20 boats. You understand me? There was over 20 boats in that area or wherever they were all at. Um, there's a video that confirms that you could count. There's over 20 boats in that area. Um, what else I was gonna say? Basically, like, I wouldn't focus too much on. I mean, obviously, yeah, you have to check any any close boat that you can identify and everything else, right? Um, but what I'm saying is, if you focus on how would a criminal think or act, right? If you take, if you start thinking like a criminal, oh, I need to save that for later. Sorry. Um, we're gonna also try to take a look here at a TikTok video. The problem is that there's not gonna be audio because I'm not using Chrome, so StreamYard doesn't allow me to share with audio if it's not on Chrome. But it's okay, don't worry about that part. So here's the deal. If say if I committed the crime, if somebody committed the crime, what is the best thing that you can do? If you have too many witnesses, right? Say for instance, because people are mentioning fourth boat, boat X, yada yada yada. Listen, if there was 20 boats around and there was over 100 people, let's just give a number. Let's just an estimate, right? Over 100 people there. Why would I allow witnesses to see me and another person dump a body? Why would I do that? You understand me? Why would I? Why would I allow over 100 people that's around see me and another person dump a body and leave? I wouldn't. Once I realize that somebody's unconscious, I'm getting the fuck out of there one way or the other, right? Most likely, I gotta bring them with me. Regardless, you gotta bring the body with you. What you decide to do after, if you don't get a medical treatment, whatever the case may be, that's your fault. But to take a look at this, take a look at this, because I was, and the video that I did today in the live, I was like, the captain. If they don't want to call him a captain, I understand perfectly fine. But the operator of that boat needs to be certified. A boating education certificate shows that the operator understands navigation, gear, and laws. It places full legal responsibility on the operator for the passengers, implying strict rules for passenger life jackets, seating limits, behavior, and the supervision to minors. You understand me? That's why they should be charging that guy. They should be charging whoever was operating the boats. Simple as that, right? They don't do that. And this lady, which I'm going to show you guys right now, you guys can go to her TikTok. Shout out to her and shout out to this other guy who's sharing her content. So shout out to Big Zoe TV. I don't know if that is the guy. Kind of weird to have that kind of YouTube name for a guy, but this other lady called J Megan Nerdy Pink Panda One, and she has she has pretty much shared a lot of detail. But the scariest detail in all of this, which you guys probably already know, if you've been following and you've been really digging deep into the situation, it's the fact that hit that I don't know if it's Bart or who it is, but one of their grandfathers was uh was in politics. So she has that information. See, I was watching this guy. He's breaking it down, and she's cooking. You know what she says in this video? I'm about to show you guys real quick because I'm using other things for the StreamYard. You know what she says in this video? That the security, get this, right? This is the craziest part. This is why we need to talk about this every day. This is not about clicks. This is not about views. This is none of that shit. This is about justice. She said that the video of the morning, the security monitor was able to see Nolan Wells leave from that place, right? Like they got him on footage, apparently getting on the boat, whatever the case may be, right? But they don't have footage for the afternoon, or they don't have footage of the evening or when they came back of the boat. Ain't that some shit? Ain't, ain't that some shit, yo? They made the fucking recording disappear. These people are so tight that they make that security footage disappear. See, they had the security footage of the morning, but not the night, apparently, right? I'm about to show you guys real quick what she's saying right here. George Patalo Sr. Apparently, he's a family member, somebody here. Pharmacy, let's see. She got all his info. Watch. So, somebody's family got connections with the government for sure, like for sure. And then she goes even deeper. You know how we Google, we look on social media and shit? She went even deeper and decided to go on LinkedIn. This girl went on LinkedIn to find out that someone used to work for him. Watch. Let me see who it is. Who she said. She broke it down. Like, I don't know what made her look through LinkedIn, but that was so smart of her. Here we go. Yeah, there we go. The lawyer that's trying to basically handle the entire defamation and bullshit with everybody. Apparently, he worked with So he worked for one of the Koch brothers. They all connected, yo. They all connected. They all trying to cover up, and they paying people to say shit like that. Don Lemon guy. That guy's a lemon. Don Lemon is a real lemon, a rotten one. Because how you gonna go back on your word, or how you gonna start saying that audio's fake? That, that didn't make any sense. But she clearly didn't just look on Facebook or wherever the fuck she could find information. She went all the way to LinkedIn to find network. And oh man, that's hilarious. That's crazy. But as I stated again, man, I stated yesterday, there's different reasons why most likely they did take the body with them. Again, if you have a lot of people around you, you're scared. You want to get the fuck out of there. Um, you don't want to have witnesses see you dump a body with a person or whatever, leave a body somewhere. It's, that wouldn't make sense. And on top of that, to dump the body later down the road, that's something that anybody has probably done with a vehicle, with a car, which is, hey, let's get rid of this evidence. Let's switch cars. Let's put it in that vehicle. Let's go ahead and deal with it later down the road, or as soon as possible, whatever the case may be. And money talk, bullshit walk. You know what I'm saying? It's that simple. Um, I tell you, man, the reason I don't want people to get all crazy and start mentioning like all these other things, make it even messier, is because even though the FBI, they say they get involved, whatever, you never know. If they just decide to just like ignore this shit and not do nothing about it. If it's that messy. But honestly, I think that they should be able to get enough information. I just think that the fastest way to do that is you hit people with conspiracy for lying. One, two, you charge whoever is driving the boat that was responsible for the passengers. And you're gonna get a snitch. Somebody's gonna say something. If Nolan was knocked out, right? They were drinking beer. Beer comes in glass bottles. Whether it's wine, hard liquor, or beer, you take your pick and alcohol. They all come in glass bottles. He could have got hit in the back of the head with any of that. Apparently, there was a fight. Apparently, somebody on the internet decided to write a story about a fight. Apparently, they left, or all this other stuff. You know, um, it's it's a mystery that everybody is lying about right now. So they know what happened, but they're not telling the truth. And everything is recorded on that call. If that call is legit, right? They do that in court, bro. You should be able to charge people with conspiracy. It's as simple as that. It's as simple as that. And then you find your snitch, right? Isn't that right? Isn't that right? Federal government. Everybody's supposed to be getting hit with a conspiracy right now. You know what I'm saying? And then you get your answer. You're gonna find your snitch. If everybody doesn't want to go to jail, don't nobody want to do time in prison because they lied to to a cop on a criminal investigation. You know what I'm saying? But there's a lot of nasty shit happening now. Somebody said all the stories don't make sense, right? The biggest one that wouldn't make sense is if anyone says for whatever reason that they saw Nolan Wells after 4:30 or whenever the C2 closed, right? Anybody that says that they saw him after that is a liar, and it's very simple because a person can't go out without their smartphone. Nobody can go out without their smartphone. So if he ran into anyone, listen, if I ran into anyone that I didn't leave my phone with, the first thing I'm doing is calling my phone or calling somebody's number that I know that should have my phone and telling them, yo, I need my phone back. I'm such a, where you at? I'm at such and such. I need my phone back. So anybody saying that they saw him after that is a complete liar. You can't even write that, bro. That person should really be taken serious. To, you know, charge him with conspiracy like ASAP. There's no way that you saw him after that 4 o'clock, 4:30 phone call to the CTO. No, no way. He didn't have his phone. The first thing that we can't be without is a smartphone. All the contacts are there. GPS is on there. Our favorite applications are on there. Our bank is on there. So anybody saying, yo, they should be questioned again. Anybody that said that they saw him after that, they should be questioned again and again. But yeah, man, I think that they took him with them. They seen that them GPS coordinates, they moved all over. They probably switched them, whatever the case may be. And you know what's funny? If you look it up, if you look it up, it says that a park ranger, listen to this, right? A park ranger, or whatever the case may be, is the one that found him at 8 o'clock in the morning. 8:40 in the morning. So anybody could have dropped them off at 5, is what you're telling me, right? Or overnight between 2 and 5, between 2 and 6. Is that what y'all telling me? That somebody could drop them off between 2 and 6 on July 6th near Horn Island? Because I found, if you look it up, because it says that they found them at 8:40, and it wasn't Coast Guard. It wasn't Coast Guard. That's the craziest part. National Park Service. The body was discovered face down in the water by a National Park Service ranger slash agent. Man, this shit is crazy, man. Look at, I want to see it. Look at this GPS, yo. This is crazy, yo. This GPS makes no sense. I was wondering. Or even say, for instance, right? Say, for instance, during the process of them taking off and taking off slow, not fast, right? And then because apparently the GPS log information, it tells you that they were going faster and all this other stuff. So if they didn't put them in a different boat and then dumped them, what if they just got rid of the body, between that time when they were going slow? They made sure that at long vision, as far as they could see, nobody could see them. Get rid of the body and then go at full speed. Right? That's another theory. But regardless, I don't know, man. I highly doubt that they would leave his body unconscious at the island. Like, it's weird. Especially if people was around. If no one was around them, you know. But if there was other boats around, like, obviously in that one video shows like 20 boats, everybody there partying. It's always like, Yeah, man, those GPS coordinates are crazy, huh? That should make no sense, right? It's crazy. Yeah, man. I hope whoever's in here continue doing what I'm doing. Everybody need to keep pushing the algorithm, y'all. You know what I'm saying? Because they need to get to the bottom of this ASAP. We ain't trying to hear that this shit gonna get solved 10, 20 years from now. You know what I'm saying? When their grandfather's probably like, you know, upset at their grandson or some shit. And he finally snitched or some shit. Or like, you know, his last London shit or some shit like that. You know what I'm saying? We need justice tomorrow. ASAP. But tomorrow is today as well, man. Today already is 4 o'clock in the morning, right? I ain't see yet. But I was thinking, if you think they sucker punched him, they jumped him. I look back though, like it was corny. I don't like the way they did this investigation. Yo, this shit is corny as fuck, yo. The results that they giving us and all this other bullshit, yo. That shit's crazy. Like I don't understand it, yo. Like how did we get here? Knowing that there's laws. I'm gonna pick this back up. Knowing that there are laws that protected that child's life that day. Whoever was driving the boat or picked them up, whatever the case may be, they need to be charged. They need to be charged. Knowing that there's laws. Let me show you. Okay. So when I went live, and what I've been saying since I heard this shit, since I heard this case, I was like, yo, what the fuck is going on? Why they haven't arrested nobody? Because technically that's how you're gonna get, you're gonna get people talking and telling you the truth. I was like, this shit make no sense. That's what it is. But man, that's my 30 minutes on it. We gotta keep it going. If y'all viewing it, go ahead and start your live. Y'all gotta speak up on it. Everybody gotta speak up on it. Keep doing the lives, y'all. Keep bringing it up. Keep talking about it. Because this shit is to end here. You know what I'm saying? Peace.